Celebrating 200 episodes on the Julie Tussey Show. You rock. Are you ready for a change? Are you ready for your life to turn around? Are you ready for things to happen to bring you great success, to see your dreams and visions come to pass? Then you are at the right place at the right time, listening to the Julie Tussey Show podcast. Welcome. And while you're here, please subscribe and leave us a good review. Also, let your friends and family know about the Julie Tussey Show. Get on the Julie Tussey train. We're going somewhere, baby.
Pop the glam pain. It's time for the Julie Tussey Show live guest current event scathing exposés. The original suburban bombshell, the big blonde baby, giving you the fastest, funniest, most informative 30 minutes of your life. And now, here's Julie Tussey.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here on the Julie Tussey Show. I am so excited. It is our 200th episode. Oh my gosh, we got to hit 200 episodes going through the coronavirus. And we made it. We made it. Oh, wow. What? Oh my gosh, you guys. The joy that I feel that I have hit 200 episodes. And I'll tell you why. When I first started doing my podcast, I simply wanted to talk to you. I simply wanted to talk to you. And I was like talking to my husband and I said, Gary, you know what should I talk about after I started? Well, I'm like, what should I talk about? And he's like, Julie, it has to be part of your life. It just has to be your life. Share your life. Whatever your dig is right then, whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever it is you're going through, whatever's ministering to you or feeding you and making you feel great about what you're doing in your life, just share those things. So I've really, truly shared my journey. And we've talked about everything from what's coming in fashion to what weight loss things are working and what's not. And we've talked about health, and we've talked about fitness, and we've talked about God, and we've talked about all of these self-affirmations and self-improvement and self-help and all of these things. And we've done it and had so much fun. I've tried to make it as funny as I can because laughter is such a good medicine, right? But I want to thank you, the listeners, so very much for being on this 200th podcast. Oh, wow, this is amazing. I also want to send a big thank you out to everyone who has come on as a guest. I don't think I could name them all unless they go get my journal. I actually journal every podcast, what's in it and what was done. But I know Jason Leenartz has been our official fitness coach. He's been on quite a few times. Heather Robertson of Half Size Me, she's been on and helped us quite a few times. Julia London, Shemaine Nugent, so many awesome, wonderful, talented, and informative people have been on the podcast, and I have enjoyed this so much. Thank you so much for listening. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit today about defining yourself, about using hard times as a way to define your life. You probably heard in the last podcast, which was a simulcast, where I talked about that going through this coronavirus and this lockdown and all of these things, we could use this time to feel sorry for ourselves, get depressed, gain weight, let our health go by the wayside, worry and fret, or we can use this very same time to define our future, to define our destiny, to define our life. You know, take this time, you guys. I know it's been tough. I know it's been tough and it's been scary. But let's take this time right now to look at ourselves, to look in our hearts, to search our hearts, and to find out what it is that we want to do with our lives. And let's take some steps. I mean, if you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar or the piano, find an online class and just do it right now. If you've wanted to learn how to do real estate, go online and begin to take the classes. If you've wanted to write a book, begin to write your book. If you've wanted to be in ministry, begin to take the steps, like pray and read your Bible and study the scriptures and find out what it is that is in your heart to do. Let's find out what's in our heart to do. And then on top of that, let's take the time to spend extra time with our kids and our family that are quarantined with us. And let's reach out. I mean, you can reach out on Facebook, you can reach out on Messenger, you can reach out in text, you can reach out in Instagram, you can reach out on the telephone. You can do so many things, but let's take the time to be a blessing to someone else. Let's take the time to check on other people and not just have a, hey, I'm selling plunder, you know, that marketing that happens so much in social media. Let's take the time to have an actual conversation with the people that we love. So I want you to remember one thing. Sickness comes and sickness goes, and pandemics come and pandemics go, but you can trust God. You can trust God in this time. You can begin to stand up for what you want in your life. This is a defining moment for you. This is the time where you can make a difference in your life, where you can make a big difference in your life, okay? So I want to share a little bit of something I've been going through, because for 200 episodes, you've heard about my weight loss journey. And you know that I could not lose weight for a long time, about 3 to 4 years. Everything I did not work. I was going through severe perimenopause and actually went through menopause while doing this podcast. And you never even knew, did ya? So I struggled and struggled. I finally found some key things. I've taught about them. I've put them on this podcast twice. Increasing my protein, cutting my sugar, and intermittent fasting were the 3 things that worked for me. Okay, so for 2 years, I held in maintenance. I lost 24 pounds, kept it off, went down 10, went back up 8, kind of messed around just all through the maintenance, okay? No big deal. 6 months ago, my doctor tells me that my thyroid is a little low. So I'm like, well, I could have told you that my whole life because I can never lose weight very well. That was what I was thinking. So she said, I want to start you on blah, blah, blah. Synthroid, I think it was. Synthroid and a really low dose. And I'm like, really? All right. Woo! Woo! I am going to lose weight now. Everything I'm doing is going to begin to work better because I've been on maintenance for 2 years and I'm ready to get on down, get some more off and all of these things, okay? In the meantime, in between this time of maintenance, though, I forgot to tell you, I went through a severe personal family crisis. And I was under so much stress that I actually got down even 10 pounds more. So I'd lost over 30 pounds. And then once things started getting better, I popped right back up to my normal maintenance, right? But that put a lot of stress on my body. And I'm wondering if it didn't contribute to the fact that I got low thyroid, because I actually have had an adrenal problem in the past. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with that, but it's chronic fatigue, blah, blah, blah. And it's all tied in, right? All these hormones are all tied in together. So I went on the thyroid medicine, and I am not kidding you. In just a month or 2, I gained 10 to 12 pounds. Oh, I have been so mad And I will tell you that this medicine does not agree with my body. Now, all the women in my family take Armour Thyroid because years ago I went and saw a specialist and she wanted me to take Armour Thyroid. But I wasn't happy with it because it made me feel anxious, and I was already dealing with the anxiety situation at that time in my life. And I didn't take it, but I told all my mom and my aunts, I told all of them about it, and they switched from Synthroid to Armour Thyroid, and they all got skinny, and they all got healthier, and they all felt so much better. So I asked my doctor, could I just switch to Armour Thyroid? Because I do not like this. I don't like it at all. And she said, just go off of it. There's not anything that low dose, which I do believe I have found that we can get some if it's compounded. So I'll let you know the continuing saga. I'll keep you informed. But so I said to her, can I try Armour Thyroid? She said no. So I stayed on the medicine hoping that I would feel better. And I began to feel better for a couple of months, and then I started feeling worse. I started feeling terrible, and I gained 12 pounds. I felt bloated and terrible. I had the most horrible heart palpitations when I first went on it. It made me sick to my stomach. So once I got through all that, I'm like, it's going to get better. Well, it hasn't gotten better. But I wanted to talk to you about this because it made me so mad that I gained back half of my weight, and I took if I take a water pill, I'll lose a couple pounds. So I know part of it is water retention, but it just made me hungry all the time. And I'm trying to really discipline myself, and it's not been easy, my girls. It's not been easy. Oh my gosh. And because I'm sharing my story, and I try to be really transparent and open because I know I'm not the only one. And sometimes in life, the isolation is what makes it so much worse on us as women. We feel isolated. We feel like we're the only one going through this. And it's not true. It is not true. There's other women. So I've been doing my research. You may or may not know this about me, but I am a researcher, and I study up and I learn and educate myself when it comes to, especially to my health. I will educate myself on what a medicine is doing to my body. What are the risks of it? What can I do holistically to fix it? So I am weaning myself off of that thyroid medicine right now, and I will let you know what's going on. Hi, it's Julie Tussey. I want to remind you to go to thejulietusseyshow.com and join the mailing list. Also, see all the fabulous cooking you want to see on youtube.com/C/TME TV. I'm here to empower you to fix what's broken in your life. Honey, you were not created to be ordinary, but you were created to be extraordinary. You were not created to be common, but you were created to be uncommon. You were not created to be average, but to be above average. I mean, you are remarkable. You are noteworthy. You are impressive, striking, outstanding, brilliant, excellent, superb, praiseworthy. Now, isn't that amazing? How many people tell you that? Only on the Julie Tussey Show. If you want to give to support this podcast and help keep us on the air, go to Venmo and look for The Voice Inc. The Voice Inc. All gifts are tax deductible. Celebrating 200 episodes on the Julie Tussey Show. You rock. And now, back to the Julie Tussey Show. So, I said all that to say that once again, I'm going to be trying to get on the weight loss train. No more maintenance for me, and no more gaining for me. But I want to talk to you if you're listening and you find yourself in this position of hopelessness and despair. And the chronic coronavirus news and the situations we find ourselves in quarantine can make you feel so hopeless and so helpless at keeping your health. And it's not true. It's not true. We simply have to control our mental place, okay? We have our mental space and what we're thinking and what we're filling our ears with and what we're filling our eyes with. And so I can send you a link if you want it. I think I'm going to do Weight Watchers for a while, and I can send you a free link, a link for a free month if you want to try it with me. But I think we should join arms as sisters, and we should encourage one another, and we should give this a try during our quarantine time. You know, you can actually, and I do this, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I will just turn the music on and begin to walk in my own house just to see how many steps I can get. You know, but when it's beautiful, like today, it's beautiful here in central Kentucky. The sun is shining. It's going to be gorgeous. I try to get outside and walk. We can't go to the gym right now, but it doesn't mean you can't grab a couple gallons of milk and do some arm exercises or lay on the floor and do some leg exercises or do some squats or do some planks. Do something physical to make yourself feel better. It wasn't Beachbody. They may be doing something, but there are some programs, if you Google it, that are giving you free memberships for like 60 days to their online exercise workouts. Of course, put it in your journal and in your calendar and make sure you cancel in time before they take money from your account and you become an official member. But do check out some of those things. So let's join together and encourage each other. I want to encourage you. It does not matter. You know, the hardest thing for me, you guys, and I'll just be completely honest here, the hardest thing for me is to love myself when I've gained weight or I'm gaining weight. It's really hard for me. I don't know why, but I look at that as a major failure. And I look at it as a disgusting thing, that I disgust myself, that my body is not the size that I want it to be. And I've really had to work on that and learn to love and accept myself. And so I get myself to love myself at 24 pounds lighter, and then I gain half of it back. And so you can see what happens, but we have got to get a grip and not let the mean girl in our heads have her way, because she is a liar. You are beautiful, you are precious, you are valuable, you are important, you are worthy of love, no matter your size, no matter what the scale says, no matter if you've gone up and down. You deserve to be healthy and fit. You deserve to be loved no matter what, honey, no matter what. And I want you to know that you're not alone. I'm here in it with you. And I know that's funny because people... I don't know if it's because I'm so fun and outgoing and not scared to get on Facebook Live and to do TV. And of course I'm scared sometimes, but I don't let it show. But so many women say, oh my gosh, I would have never thought that you had felt that way about yourself. And I don't know why, but I do. I'm right here with you. So I want you to know I'm working on me. And I want you to work on you, and I want us to do this together. I want this to be a successful time through the coronavirus where we define our future, where we define and we draw a line and we know exactly what it is we're going to do. And I want you to know that if you can just trust God, He can do above. Oh my gosh, above. I'm going to read this to you because I love this. Ephesians 3:20. For my God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask or think, according to the power that works in us. I mean, so much more. Just the faith of a mustard seed is all it takes. So let's get out of our own heads. Let's treat our body good. Let's treat ourselves good. Let's love ourselves. Let's enjoy the time with our family. Maybe take a long hot bubble bath, as I said before. Maybe watch a movie, but don't just sit and be depressed. Do something to advance your life. Thank you so much for listening. Woo! To 200 episodes. You guys are awesome. Woo! You are awesome and you rock. And you know what? We're in this together. We're in this together. Now, if you haven't gotten a chance, go over and listen to my new podcast, the Grace Girls and Company podcast. Wherever you're listening now, you can hear it there. And let me know that you're there. Reach out to me at the Julie Tussey Show at gmail.com. You can also go on the JulieTusseyShow.com and get on the mailing list. And no, I do not spam. I hardly ever do anything. but I can keep you in touch. I can keep in touch with you when something great's coming down the pipe. And definitely let your friends and family know about the Julie Tussey Show. Remember, you only get one life, one fabulous, amazing, and wonderful life. Live it to the fullest, my loves. Live it to the fullest. After a week of hearing hundreds of I can'ts, I'm here today to tell you you can. Find us on social media at facebook.com/The Julie Tussey Show and Instagram, The Julie Tussey Show, home of the original Suburban Bombshell. I want to take a minute to say thank you so much to our supporters, underwriters, sponsors, those of you that give to our nonprofit corporation, The Voice Incorporated. If you want to give into this ministry, in this program, you can go to The Voice INC. The Voice INC on Venmo, or you can email me at thejulietussey@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your kind consideration, and remember, all gifts are tax deductible. Only on the Julie Tussey Show are you going to hear that you are not created to be ordinary but extraordinary. You are not created to be common but uncommon. You are not created to be average but above average. You are not created to be tolerable or passable. No, but you are created to be remarkable, noteworthy, impressive, striking, outstanding, brilliant, excellent, superb, praiseworthy. We could go on and on about how awesome you are. Visit thejulietusseyshow.com. Lots of fabulous shopping, beautiful things that you might want to get as a gift or for yourself. You can also reach out to me and communicate with me there. thejulietusseyshow.com. If life is my oyster, darling, pass the hot sauce. Celebrating 200 episodes on the Julie Tussey Show. You rock.